a nation's commercial capital. This is the news at 10, live from Channels Television. Reporting tonight, Amarachi Uban.
Good evening and welcome tonight. Unidentified gunmen attacked students of a college of agriculture in Yobe with conflicting reports about casualty figures, but over 26 students are killed. President Goodluck Jonathan condemns killing of students in Yobe, preaches national unity and political tolerance in a chat with the media. Our series of reports assessing the nation's journey so far tonight takes a look at the economy at 53. An explosion rips through a market in the Pakistani city of Peshawar. 33 people were reportedly killed. Tonight with news of 40 students have been confirmed dead and 5 others injured in an attack of students of the College of Agriculture in Gujba, Yobe State. The provost of the institution, Molima Idi Mato, told the Associated Press that the raid, believed to have been carried out by the Boko Haram gunmen, took place at about 1 a.m. today. Our correspondent in Yobe reports that some of the bodies were conveyed to the Sani Abacha Specialist Hospital in Damaturu, the state capital. In the early morning attack, the gunmen also set classrooms ablaze, while about 1,000 students have fled. Yobe, in the troubled northeastern region, has seen a series of brutal attacks targeting students in recent months, all blamed on Boko Haram. The worst occurred in July in the town of Mamudo, where the Islamists threw explosives and sprayed gunfire into dormitories in the middle of the night, killing 41 students. Yobe State's Governor Ibrahim Gaidam has condemned the attack on the students of the College of Agriculture in Gujba. The governor also asked security forces to intensify surveillance at flashpoints in order to curb such attacks. He made this call when he visited the Sani Abacha Hospital, Damaturu, where victims of the deadly terrorist attack had been conveyed. The medical director of the hospital, Dr. Adamu Fika, told the governor that 40 corpses had been brought to the hospital and were being claimed by their relatives. He said 5 other victims were brought to the hospital with various degrees of injury. The governor promised to foot the medical expenses of those injured in the attack.
Command there in Maiduguri to ensure that they put more security surveillance and then operatives who must be going up and down from Maiduguri to Damaturu to Potiskum to ensure that there are enough security. When we were coming, actually, we saw quite a number of bikers. We met more than 100 of them going in queues, and they are all risk actually. They are not protected. So we have seen movements of troops and armories fighting bikers for the military. We are yet to see the action on ground actually. So I want to seize this opportunity to appeal to the military authority and all other security chiefs, the police, and all civil defense to ensure that I think to live up to the expectation of our people, because we have been seeing many English written in the pages of the newspapers, but no action. We want action, not tourism. We want action. We have seen movements of everything, but they have to act. People are dying, and they are trying to make the Northeast sub-region ungovernable. So this is unfortunate. That means government is not living up to its responsibility.
Yobe State's Governor Ibrahim Gaidam. Well, the president today hosted his 5th media chat at the presidential villa in Abuja, Nigeria's capital city. President Goodluck Jonathan assured Nigerians that his government will continue to deal with the challenges of insecurity and oil theft. On electricity, he confirmed that the successor companies are set to take over the unbundled power holding company of Nigeria, and that hopefully that would make the difference in generation and supply of electricity. President Jonathan also addressed the issue of the ongoing strike action by the Academic Staff Union of Universities and asked them to consider the students. Then he said that 100 billion naira intervention fund has been approved for ASUU. President Jonathan also talked about his presidential ambition in 2015.
So if you look at the whole thing, now we are talking about privatization of the power sector. And God willing, before the end of the first quarter of next year, when the private sector will take over, I think on Monday I'm going to release the assets to them, officially giving them their certificates on Monday in that ceremony. And God willing, before the end of the first quarter next year, power will be reasonably stable in this country. And you can see what that will do to change the economy. So when we talk generally about the living standards and the way of doing things, it has improved significantly, but we still have the challenges, no doubt about that. And every human being wants the best. And until you get the best, you'll feel that nothing is happening. So a few minutes after 12 midnight, about 22 students were killed in the north, in the Yobe state. You got that information maybe 10 minutes after the incident happened. Of course, I asked if you are me as the president of the country, what would you tell the parents of these young men, students? And I asked, why did they kill them? Is it ethnic cleansing? In that case, these students you killed from which ethnic group? Is it because you don't like the face of the president? Okay, if you kill them, has the president changed? Is it political? Which political party do they belong to? Is it religious issues? Those students, which religious group they belong? Are they Christians? Are they Muslims? Or what? You can ask and ask. Or is it poverty that some people try to attribute the excesses of some of these miscreants as a result of poverty? Is it poverty? Can poor people buy AK-47 rifles? Can poor people buy ground-to-air missiles that can bring down aircraft? Can poor people buy 30, 50 or more Hilux vehicles that is used in parading to cause havoc? Definitely not.
At the moment, we have the big strike right now, ASUU, and you seem not to be saying anything. You were a former lecturer. How come we still have crises like this when you should be putting an end to something as such?
Crises in developing countries will continue, whether at the primary school level, secondary school level, tertiary level, or even other departments of government. Those are things that you would expect in all developing countries. The ASUU strike is very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate, I say so, because just like you said, I've also been a part, all of us who attended schools have been a part of the system before I ventured into politics. Throughout this period, there's never been a time that a government on its own decided to go and take an inventory about the infrastructure we have in both the federal government universities and the state universities. We are not pushed to do that. For us to take that inventory means that we are committed to improve. And so we are starting with 200 billion and we continue to progress. So we'll expect the ASUU to even work with us. And so now that government has come out clearly to even identify these problems with us, taking inventory, photographs and video clips, I think the government is ready to make changes. So I think the emphasis from the ASUU strike, and which unfortunately that ASUU strikes will last up to three months, is very, very long. July actually. It's quite unfortunate because we have witnessed strikes before. Most of these strikes, government don't agree to the extent we have, even before the call of the strike. I believe, Nigeria, lots of, if I say that, people will misunderstand me, but definitely politics has called into so many things we do. When you observe the way people do certain things, you have the feeling that something else is happening. Don't even force a president to declare his interest. It's not right. It is even against the electoral law. Definitely it's against the electoral law. No, even if it is not a sitting president, if you now go and declare that you want to be a governor of your state, we will take you to court.
Mr. President, Olumakono Charles wants to know, he says, Mr. President, is Boko Haram leader Abubakar Shekau dead? If yes, why didn't Nigerians see his body?
I don't know whether he's dead or alive. I don't know whether he's dead or alive. I don't know him. I've not seen him. And I don't know whether he's dead